But Galore would not be complete without incorporating the performing arts. We won't just bring you any kind of play from any theatre. Today we look at a controversial international play from one of the most revered theatres in Nairobi, the Phoenix Theatre. Directed by Mwaniki Mjashe, the stage play Agnes of God tells the story of a novice nun who gives birth and insists it was by virgin conception.
Have you ever loved someone like this?
God.
Yes, but I mean, have you ever loved a man other than Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Who?
Oh, there's so many.
The child is then found dead in a wastepaper basket, and the nun seems to have no recollection of the event.
Why would I lie? Because it's murder we're talking about.
Made into a movie in the late 80s, this storyline is truly compelling and controversial.
What happened to the baby?
She can't remember. It was alive, wasn't it? Yeah!
After God, before the wastepaper basket?
I don't understand.
Where do babies come from?
Don't you know?
Oh, yes, I think I do, but I want you to tell me.
Conventional wisdom points to infanticide. But she stands her ground, drawing in her mother superior out of her shell into places that she would rather forget. The court then appoints a psychiatrist to vet her sanity, and the story evolves from there into a complex mix of current issues and religion.
It is a play about a nun who... Actually, let me not say it's a play about a nun. It's a play about women, 3 women. One of them is a nun, one of them is the mother superior, and the other one is a psychiatrist. They're all brought together by an unfortunate incident accident whereby the nun strangles a newborn baby, and the psychiatrist is trying to find out exactly what happened. First and foremost, how did the nun get pregnant? Secondly, did anyone know that she was pregnant? Thirdly, who is the father? And fourth, did she kill this child? So that is what Agnes of God is about. I mean, it's larger, because all this, as the story unfolds, we all get to ask ourselves very, very serious questions about our faith.
This play is widely believed to be based on an actual incident, which occurred in a convent in New York. As the play develops, the issues become more complex, calling for the actresses to take charge of their character. All 3 roles are considered demanding for the actors who play them.
Somewhere, somehow, there is a happy ending for every story.
First on stage is seasoned actress Lydia Gitacho. She sets the stage as a no-nonsense psychiatrist. Lydia manages to cover the full range of emotion during the play, from nurturer to antagonist, from hard-nosed court-appointed psychiatrist and atheist to faith-searching healer.
Well, she's a psychiatrist, and she's brought for this case about this nun who has had a child, and because the court can't determine whether she's legally sane, so they hire her to do this job. Oh my God, she begins as being a very staunch atheist to some crazy stuff that she, gets to find out from this Agnes character. And by the end, she's totally changed, actually.
The Mother Superior is tied into the play as she sets the scene by giving the nun's background for the audience. She must expound on the possibility of miracles while recognizing the realities of today's world.
Doctor, I don't know how to say this politely, but I don't approve of you. Not you personally, but...
The science of psychiatry?
Yes. And I want to ask you to deal with Agnes as quickly and speedily as possible. She's very fragile. She won't hold up under any sort of cross-examination.
Sister, I'm not the Inquisition.
And I am not from the Middle Ages.
Angela Mwandia manages to capture the innocence and matronly stance of Mother Superior while bringing the religious ideas forward.
Well, yeah, the character is challenging. She's Mother Miriam Ruth has many layers, and different layers come out at different times. So it's a bit challenging to uncover her. She's a woman who's been outside living in the world and then gets into the convent, and so she's able to live and understand the world outside the convent and the world inside the convent.
Enter the driver of the play, Agnes, played by Crystal Mbugwa. Agnes, the nun, is a beautiful but tormented soul whose abusive upbringing has affected her ability to think rationally.
Bad babies come from when a fallen angel squeezes in down there, and then they grow and grow, and then they come out down there.
This shy, timid and often naive character is played to the letter. As the audience, you wonder whether she is really insane or just naive and youthful.
My character is very, very complex. You have to come watch the play once or twice to get into what the whole show is about.
The play's overall dramatic soundness makes it still effective, and its theme, faith and unbelief, the scientific versus the miraculous, resonates strongly with this cast. They all do understand the depth of this play.
It's always, okay, this one is a little bit hard, actually. It's not easy, but it's hard in terms of the kind of emotions that it's taking away from you. It needs you to dig deeper into your emotional, like bank.
She doesn't change so much as reveal aspects of herself that, often you see a nun and you see one dimension. And with this person you're seeing, there's a little bit more all the time. So yeah, she's a little bit deep that way. There's more to her than meets the eye.
While searching for the answers that her supervisors want, Dr. Livingstone finds herself inevitably drawn into searching for the truth about the baby's conception and death. She seeks to uncover the scientific truth, whereas Mother Superior believes there's a metaphysical explanation for the baby's conception.
What's your opinion?
Well, I believe she's not crazy, but she's not lying.
But how could she have a child and know nothing of sex and birth?
Because she's an innocent. She's a slate that hasn't been touched except by God. There's no place for facts like that in her mind.
As the melodrama continues, the play examines the psyches of 3 Catholic women and their personal histories which motivate them. Directing this play with so many layers needs a seasoned director.
Well, we're all different in directing, but I think the process of directing is more understanding. First, you have to understand your subject matter. You have to understand what the play is all about. And then at the same time, you also have to understand your actors or your actresses. And for me, I like it when actors come with something and then I direct. I do not tell actors, say it like this, or feel like this, or do like this. No. I prefer it when actors have something. So you use the strengths and weaknesses, because even weaknesses are very important.
I was lying on the grass, looking at the sun, and the sun became a cloud, and the cloud became a lady.
On an intellectual level, the original author of this play raises troubling questions concerning the survival of faith in the face of modern science.
Holes in her hand as well, and I tried to catch the blood when it fell from the sky, but I couldn't see because there were big black spots in front of my eyes and they hurt.
Plays usually are made more so to inform or to impart a message or just to enjoy. This one, it gets you thinking about religion, about spiritualism, about God. Is there a God?
Where do you think babies come from?
Oh, from their mothers and fathers, of course, but before that, I don't know.
Well, I think they come from when an angel lights on a mother's chest and whispers in her ears. That makes good babies start to grow.
Go down and see this play that encompasses modern-day thinking with religion, and you'll begin to ask questions in your own mind.
I think each and every one of us will have something to pick from it. Every time I read it, and as a director, I get something different.
Don't forget to email me, that's artgalore@royalmedia.co.ke, or send me a message on Facebook, Art Galore Power Breakfast.